In the journey of love and relationships, we often think that the key to our happiness lies in other people's approval and love. But imagine a life where your happiness isn't dependent on someone else's whims and affections, and where your emotional health isn't determined by fleeting glances, unanswered texts, or vague communications. This is not a far-off dream. It's a real situation that you can experience right now. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that stresses inner peace and resilience. By studying its timeless ideas, we can find the key to happiness that doesn't depend on outside circumstances. But how does this relate to wanting someone to miss you? In today's video, we'll explore the deep insights of Stoicism and how they can transform both our personal growth and our relationships in the most profound ways. Join us as we learn how to leave a lasting impression without manipulation or careful planning, but by embodying a spirit of self-sufficiency and inner tranquility. By committing to personal growth, fostering emotional independence, and valuing the present without relying on others, we naturally become more attracted to others, which is a paradox. Not forgettable. Don't forget to like, follow, and watch the whole video. Each part was carefully thought out to help you live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Number 1. Giving up the need to control. The Stoics had the wise idea that a lot of our stress, frustration, and even deep despair come from trying to control things that we can't. We all do it, putting in a lot of effort to change situations, outcomes, and even other people to fit our needs, only to realize that we can't control much of it. This may sound sad at first, but it's meant to free us from the chains we've put on ourselves that hold us back from achieving our goals. To use Stoic wisdom as an example, it's not about letting life happen to us. It's about focusing on what we can really change, our attitudes, choices, and responses. This is where we can really make a difference, and by focusing on this, we can improve our patience, understanding, and resilience. This is where real peace lies. Think about the idea of giving up power. Stoicism tells us to go with the flow of life. It helps us to differentiate our actions from their results. We can put our all into our efforts. Sure, but the outcomes often they're out of our hands, and that's okay. It doesn't make our efforts worthless. It just means we view them from a healthier, more realistic perspective. By aligning our actions with our values and letting go of specific results, we live more fully and authentically. Moreover, Stoic teachings challenge us to see every situation as a chance to grow and to test our assumptions about what control, success, and security really mean. We often find that our real strength doesn't come from controlling everything around us, but from mastering our inner landscape in day-to-day life. This means becoming more adaptable and open to the unexpected. It means welcoming life's surprises with a calm mind and a heart ready to learn from whatever comes our way. It's about handling life's challenges with grace and seeing them as chances to grow and understand ourselves better. As we integrate this Stoic principle into our daily routines, we notice deeper connections in our relationships, reduced stress, and a greater appreciation for the here and now. We start to see that control isn't the secret to happiness. Instead, it's about balance, acceptance, and inner tranquility. Letting go of our need for control isn't giving up. It's about regaining our power in the best way possible. It's about starting a journey towards inner freedom that changes how we see and interact with the world, leading us to a life defined not by approval from others, but by inner peace, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose. Control is an important part of how people act. To feel safe and sure of what will happen, we often try to control our environment and situations. A strong need to control, on the other hand, can cause stress, anxiety, and tense relationships. Letting go of this need can help you grow as a person, make you stronger, and make you more open to living a healthy life. This lesson talks about the idea of giving up control, the good things that can happen when you do, and some useful ways to accept uncertainty and flexibility. How to understand the illusion of control. A lot of the time, power is just an illusion because many things in life are naturally unpredictable and hard to control. Realizing that you can't have full control can help lower your worry and anxiety. Embracing the fact that life is unpredictable makes you more flexible and strong. why letting go is good. Letting go of power can be good for your mental health because it takes away the stress and pressure of having to keep everything under control. It improves relationships by building trust and lowering the arguments that come up when people are micromanaged. More openness to new ideas and situations, which helps with creativity and personal growth. Being aware and accepting mindfulness helps you accept the present moment without judging it. When we accept things as they are, not how we want them to be, we are accepting them. Meditation and other mindfulness practices can help you become more calm and accepting. Building trust. Giving up power means having faith in yourself and others. Believing in your own skills to deal with problems and trusting others to do their jobs are both parts of building trust. Building a network of people who will support you can be a safety net and make letting go less scary. Real-world methods. Don't assume too much and understand that perfection is impossible to reach. Instead of focusing on things outside of your control, like what you can do and how you respond, think about what you can control. Delegation means giving other people the power to take responsibility. This can help people work together better and get better results. Regularly think about your need for control and how it affects you, and then change the way you think and act to match. Letting go of the need to control doesn't mean giving up all duty. It means finding a balance that helps you be healthy and grow. People can get through life more easily and with less stress if they know their limits of control, accept what they can't change, and build trust. We can learn to control our need for control through mindfulness and useful techniques. This will help us live a happier and less stressed life. Number 2, choosing self-growth over outside approval. Have you ever felt like other people need to tell you how valuable you are? It's easy to fall into the trap of looking for happiness in other people, especially when it comes to relationships. But what if your real happiness comes from within? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, tells us to focus on what we can control, like our thoughts and actions, and let go of what we can't, like how other people feel or act toward us. This doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we become stronger and find happiness inside ourselves, not from other people's approval. When you're waiting for someone to miss you or show that they want to be with you, it's like giving them remote control over your feelings. You end up responding to their moves, which can really make you feel bad. That remote is given back to you by whirlwind stoicism. It gives us tools to grow traits like wisdom and courage, fair play and moderation. Developing these virtues helps us become strong, tough people who find happiness not in other people's approval, but in their own progress and successes. This stoic mindset doesn't mean we should cut ourselves off from others or stop caring. On the contrary, Stoicism promotes forming robust, meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than on dependency or neediness. And here's a cool paradox: by focusing on our personal growth and striving to be our best selves, we naturally become more interesting and appealing to others. People are naturally attracted to those who are confident, passionate about their pursuits, and comfortable in their own skin. So the less we chase someone's attention, the more likely they are to take notice because we're living our most authentic lives. So how about we start redirecting our energies instead of seeking validation? Let's pour our hearts into nurturing our inner world. Let's invest time in learning new skills, picking up new hobbies, and really digging deep into our personal values and what makes us tick. This journey of self-discovery and improvement isn't just rewarding in itself, it also makes us far more admirable and, yes, missable to others. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing our desires or denying our need for connections. It's here to remind us that our happiness and value don't hinge on them. By grounding ourselves in Stoic principles, we can achieve a peaceful, satisfying, and genuinely independent life. Let's embrace this Stoic way, focus on bettering ourselves, and find our joy from within. That, my friends, is where true happiness is truly found. People today often look for approval from others, which is fueled by social media and societal expectations. Focusing on self-growth, on the other hand, leads to real happiness and personal growth. Improving your abilities, skills, and self-awareness is a part of self-growth. It's an inside job that leads to real self-esteem and long-lasting happiness. Here's a guide on how to understand self-growth and put it ahead of outward validation. How to understand self-growth. Self-growth means always getting better and developing yourself. Setting personal goals, thinking about past events, and picking up new skills are all parts of it. In contrast to outward validation, which depends on other people's approval, self-growth comes from within. Being aware of the limits of external validation. External approval makes you feel good in the short term, but it doesn't make you happy in the long term. Depending on what other people think, can make you doubt your own abilities and feel like you need to be approved of all the time. It's important to know that approval from other people is temporary and often out of your control. Getting to know yourself better. To grow as a person, you need to be aware of yourself. It means knowing your skills, weaknesses, and what drives you. Mindfulness, writing in a journal, and self-reflection are all activities that can help you become more self-aware. You can set important goals and make smart choices if you know yourself better. Setting your own goals. A big part of growing as a person is setting and reaching personal goals. These goals need to be clear, measurable, attainable, important, and have a due date. Smart. Setting personal goals can help you concentrate on your own growth instead of looking for praise from other people. How to develop self-compassion. Self-compassion means being kind and understanding to yourself, especially when you fail or experience a loss. It promotes a healthy internal conversation and lowers the need for approval from others. By being kind to yourself, you make yourself stronger and improve your self-image. Self-fulfillment comes from putting your own growth ahead of getting approval from other people. You have to change your attitude from wanting other people's approval to investing in your own growth. You can increase your happiness and personal growth by learning the limits of outside approval, becoming more self-aware, setting personal goals, and learning to be kind to yourself. This way of thinking not only makes you feel better about your own self-worth, but it also makes your life more real and important. Number 3, independence and being able to handle your feelings. Stoicism is based on the idea that we can choose how to react to things that happen to us, even if we can't always change what happens to us. This idea doesn't just set us free, it gives us the keys to our inner freedom. Stoicism isn't about hiding your emotions or acting like the world doesn't affect you. Instead, it's about being aware of your feelings, really understanding them, and then deciding not to let them run your life. The Stoics had a pretty clear mantra: focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This isn't just a way to find peace within, it's also a useful way to stay emotionally strong. Now think about how this works in real life. If someone cuts you off in traffic or a friend cancels plans at the last minute, Stoicism teaches us to ignore it and focus on how we react instead of the event itself. This way of thinking encourages independence, which is both powerful and very helpful. And no, being independent doesn't mean you'll be going it alone. It actually helps you connect with others more deeply from a place of power and self-confidence. For example, Stoicism helps us understand that while it's great to love and care for others, our own happiness shouldn't depend on their actions or approval. This way of thinking encourages us to build relationships based on mutual respect and real connection, not out of fear of being alone or needy dependence. By strengthening our emotions, we can enjoy deeper, more meaningful relationships without losing who we are in them. Living in tune with nature and taking life's ups and downs is a big part of Stoicism. This makes us emotionally stronger. As the saying goes, adapting to change is a true test of our resilience. So, how do we get there? It starts with being self-aware. It's important to regularly check in with your thoughts and feelings, especially when you're facing challenges. Being grateful, staying in the present, and making sure your daily activities are in line with your core values are also very important. Finally, we need to question our perceptions and ask ourselves if our reactions are really appropriate for the situation, or if they're based on old habits or beliefs. Being patient doesn't mean going through life without any problems or needing anyone else. Instead, it means becoming your own lighthouse in storms by following rules that have stood the test of time. The path to personal independence and emotional strength isn't just a one-way street. It's enriched by the knowledge of those who have gone before us. As we follow these Stoic principles, we'll discover that our ability to find joy, our strength in hard times, and our ability to keep relationships healthy all grow in ways we never thought possible. Let's get through life's storms by standing strong together instead of running away. Being independent and being able to handle your feelings are two important skills for personal growth and well-being. Independence means being able to think and act on your own, making choices and getting things done without needing too much help from other people. Being emotionally resilient means being able to deal with stress, hardship, or pain and get back on your feet after problems. Getting better at these skills makes it easier to handle the tough parts of life with confidence and strength. How to understand. Independence, self-reliance. Learn to believe in your own skills and reasoning. Learn to make choices on your own and be accountable for what happens. Skill development. Learn important life skills like how to handle your time, understand money, and solve problems. With these skills, you can do daily jobs on your own. Setting goals. Make plans to reach your own goals and do your best to do so. This gives you a feeling of purpose and makes you more self-motivated, which makes you more independent. Getting stronger emotionally. Emotional awareness. Learn to understand how you feel. Learn how to deal with your feelings in a healthy way by becoming aware of how different scenarios affect them. Positive thinking. Try to think positively. Focusing on your strengths and past successes will help you feel more confident and ready to take on new tasks. Techniques for dealing with stress. Mindfulness, meditation, and deep breathing routines are all good ways to deal with stress. These can help you keep your cool and concentrate when things get tough. Creating ways to deal with stress. Healthy relationships. Spend time with friends and family who will support you. Having a strong network of support can help you feel better when things are hard. Adaptability. You should learn how to be adaptable and open. Accept that life will change you and see failures as chances to learn and grow. How to solve problems. Improve your ability to spot issues and come up with good answers. This proactive method can help lessen the effects of things that are stressful. Taking care of yourself. Physical health. Stay healthy by working out regularly, eating well, and getting enough sleep. Emotional strength and physical health go hand in hand. Mental health. Put your mental health first by doing things that make you happy and calm down. If you need to, get skilled help for any mental health issues. Hobbies and interests. Do things that make you happy and calm down as hobbies and interests. Doing things you enjoy can help you deal with stress in a healthy way. Taking time to think and learn. Self-reflection. Think about your past and present events often and learn from them. In the long run, this can help you understand how you feel and make you stronger. Always learning. Stay interested and willing to try new things. Learning new things throughout your life can improve your skills and ability to change, which can help you become more independent and emotionally strong. Practice of gratitude. Make it a habit to be thankful by noticing the good things in your life on a regular basis. This habit can help you feel better and have a better view on life. Focusing on these areas can help you become more independent and emotionally strong, giving you the tools to handle life's difficulties with more confidence and style. Number 4. People often look for purpose, fulfillment, and a sense of making a difference in the world around them in order to live a worthwhile life. People on this journey have to think about themselves, set personal ideals, and work toward goals that are in line with their deeper selves. Finding meaning in life is a process that changes over time and is affected by one's own experiences, relationships, and the larger social environment. Finding a balance between getting to know yourself and helping others is important for living a real and meaningful life. Self-reflection and being aware. Goal. Learn about your own strengths, passions, and beliefs. Take action. Write in a journal, meditate, and use self-evaluation tools to get a better sense of what's important to you. Your choices and actions will be guided by a stronger sense of who you are and what you're here to do. Setting goals that matter. Goals should be set that are in line with your morals and interests. Steps. To make clear, doable goals, use the SMART standards: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Your goal is to feel motivated and on track, and as you work toward your goals, you will feel satisfied. Creating and taking care of relationships. Goal. Make friends and build relationships to feel more supported and like you fit. Actions. Build connections with family, friends, and people in your community by having deep conversations, showing empathy, and offering support. Result. Build a strong network of support that helps your emotional health and sense of being linked to others. Giving and helping other people. Goal. Do things that make other people and the community better places to live. Do things like volunteer work, random acts of kindness, and projects that fit with your skills and morals. Make a positive difference in the lives of others and the world. This will give you a feeling of purpose and satisfaction. Learning and growing all the time. Goal. Learn new things throughout your life so that you can keep changing and adapting. Actions. Look for ways to improve yourself and your career by learning new things, getting new experiences, and thinking about what you've learned. Maintain a dynamic and rich life that encourages resilience, adaptability, and continued happiness. People can create a useful life that is in line with their personal values and goals by applying these principles to their daily lives. This will lead to a life full of purpose, connection, and growth. Let's look at the deep teachings of Stoic philosophers like Senna for help finding value in life. Empire of Marcus Aurelius and Epicus. These philosophers really stress how important it is to align our lives with our true nature and the larger rhythm of the world. At its core, this philosophy tells us to figure out what's important and to follow these rules with all our hearts. For Stoics, the real meaning of life isn't about chasing outside success, getting rich, or getting praise. Instead, it's about developing our virtues, such as honesty, virtue, and integrity. It's about working for the common good, getting involved in our communities, and making relationships based on respect and understanding. To live a meaningful life, we have to take a deep dive into our inner selves. We have to ask ourselves hard questions about who we are and what we really value. This makes us more likely to stick to our values, even when things get hard or it seems easier to just follow what society says. During this journey of self-reflection, Stoicism guides us to look closely at not only our deeds, but also the reasons behind them. Are we acting out of real virtue, or are we just looking for approval from other people? Stoicism also teaches us that things outside of our control are temporary and stresses the importance of focusing on what we can change. Having this mindset is very freeing. It frees us from the pointless pursuit of trying to control the uncontrollable and directs our energy toward areas where we can truly make a difference in the world around us, in our attitudes, choices, and responses. Creating a meaningful life is less about our accomplishments and more about how we live and the mindset we adopt every day. Adopting a Stoic approach means accepting that suffering and setbacks are normal parts of life. Instead of seeing these as obstacles to happiness, we can see them as chances to grow, become more resilient, and gain a deeper understanding of life's complexities. This doesn't mean we want to suffer, it just means we find purpose in getting through it. In reality, we can learn from it and move on with a stronger spirit and a more compassionate heart. Meaningful life includes both small daily actions and bigger ones. You can see this in the Kinsey wood and in those quiet moments. We can enjoy the beauty of nature, take care of ourselves, and grow our relationships when we think about our place in the universe. Stoic ideas guide these actions, which make up a rich fabric of a well-lived life. Let's not forget the Stoic. No one should have to go through life's journey alone. It's a road we all take together, helping each other along the way with our shared knowledge and experiences. Stoicism is a way to live that not only helps us deal with life's problems, but it also helps us thrive in them. At every turn, finding joy gives life purpose and meaning. As we come to the end of our trip through the teachings of Stoicism, It's clear that this timeless philosophy gives us more than just advice. It gives us a way of life that is full of wisdom, resilience, and peace. Stoicism helps us focus on what's important, so we can handle the ups and downs of life with balance and calm. The strategies and methods we've talked about aren't just ideas, they're real tools that we can use in our daily lives to turn problems into chances for growth and greater understanding. New ideas. When we practice Stoicism, we learn not only to let go of the things we can't change, but also to live in the present moment and enjoy life's simple pleasures and build important relationships. This way of thinking helps us create a place of peace inside ourselves that stays stable no matter what chaos is going on around us. Following the Stoic path doesn't mean a life without problems. Instead, it gives us the peace to accept the things we can't change and the courage to change the things we can while staying true to our values. Stoic principles teach us that we can't change the world, but we can change how we see it, what we do, and how we react to it. As we apply these principles to our daily lives, we start to see changes in how we define happiness, success, and fulfillment. We realize that real satisfaction doesn't come from outside praise or material things, but from living in harmony with our core beliefs and values. This is the key to a truly fulfilling and joyful life. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey, where timeless wisdom meets our everyday lives. Let's keep discovering and evolving together for more insights. Until we meet again, I think you should watch one of the videos on the screen. Remember that the most important trip is the one that takes us inside ourselves.